Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the mess. Oh, Nicki Minaj just unlocked a new target in her latest edition of Online Rants. This is according to Bossip.com. When I say Bossip used to be my go-to back in the day, girl, Bossip, Just Jared, Nicole Bitchy. Oh, girl, I used to love Nicole Bitchy. Nicole Bitchy. Who else? It was a few. Straight from the A. I had a few. Girl, I had a few blogs. Baby, those are my go-to blogs. Ooh, I remember Tamara Tattles. She passed away. Rest in peace, Tamara. Tamara Tattles, she used to be like the housewife girly. Used to have all the housewives tea. Oh, I used to love Tamara Tattles. Oh! Well, I never knew her, but I loved her blog. Anyways, so the Roman's revenge rapper has been frequenting X in recent weeks, which seemingly started in the midst of her nemesis Cardi B's album rollout. Now she's slamming another woman in the industry, taking aim at Gucci Mane's wife, Keyshia, following their joint interview about the rapper's mental health. The married couple appeared on The Breakfast Club this week, where Keyshia opened up about helping to manage Gucci's episodes while dealing with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. When I tell you, baby, the way that people say, girl, I don't know what's going on. I need to watch the interview. I have not watched it, but the way they say, babe, let me shut up. I'm gonna wait to watch the interview. The rapper also spoke on apologizing to other rappers, including Nicki, after getting out of jail, insisting his mental health was the reason he burned so many bridges back in the day. Despite the couple bravely opening up about Gucci's mental health, Minaj took this opportunity to slam Kayor, claiming the model and entrepreneur is trying to be her. So let me just read Nicki's tweet, what Nicki had to say. Gucci wife has been trying to be me for years, been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated. Gucci hates Deborah Atney. I think that's Waka Flocka's mama, Big Deb. And they call her Big Deb, right? They don't want Deb around me. She's around me now. Charlamagne the Fraud, Jay-Z's friend and business associate, using iHeartRadio for these disgusting ploys against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her life went to hell. The buck stops here, baby. Bookmark this tweet. Y'all really do not understand who I really am? Bring it. Let's play. Y'all wanted attention? Let's do it. LAPD, where's the evidence of my home being swatted with a toddler inside 4 times? Guns drawn. Republic Records, stand up for me any fucking day now. You'll regret it. And then she also put in, to be clear, I have no problems with Republic or Universal. Never have, never will. That's what they want. They won't get that. She cleaned that up real fast. So, hello? Minaj's latest rant comes after Keyshia explained on The Breakfast Club how she helps Gucci Mane when he suffers from a schizophrenic episode. I have a system, she began. I take his apps off his phone. First thing I do is delete Instagram. I delete everything. Even if I gotta change his password, I'm changing it because I don't need the public to know he's having an episode. You realize you haven't known about any other episodes since September the 13th. That's because I control that. Because you're not going on Instagram. You're not going on Twitter. It's deleted. I control everything at home. And now, before the episodes come, I catch it. So that's why he hasn't had another one. Girl, I don't know nothing about that. The only thing I do wonder is when you're dealing with someone, and I don't want to sound insensitive, but when you're dealing with someone where you feel like you have to have that much control, how does that impact your life and like your kid's life? You see what I'm saying? Because you still have to take care of yourself, and then you still have to run the household. And it sounds like you're taking care of, if your focus is on him, I don't know, I guess those would be like some of my concerns, like, girl. And I'm sure that Keyshia probably has a team. I'm assuming. That's why I'm going to watch the interview before I really just go into detail. But that was one of the things that kind of popped in my head. Like, girl, that sounds like a lot, girl. The rapper also spoke on his 2013 rant aimed at different rappers and artists, during which he called out Drake, Nicki Minaj, Rick Ross, Fantasia, and more. On The Breakfast Club, he recalled being so embarrassed about the outburst, explaining that he was going through a mental health episode when it happened. I was super embarrassed and hurt by the things I said because I wasn't well then, right? So then I got locked up. So a lot of those people who I was saying stuff to, I was like, they ain't gonna never mess with me no more. So even when I got out 3 years later, I apologized to Rick, Drake, Nicki, like all them people that accepted my apologies. They don't know. It's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I'm gonna watch that interview. They say Gucci is a clone, baby. I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't tell you nothing. Y'all go check on Nicki though, cause something is going on with Nicki, baby. Miss Nicki, baby. Nicki be giving me, she having episodes. I don't know though. Something ain't right. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Well, a doctor will have to come in and say, girl, ain't nothing wrong with the heifer. That's about the only person I might believe. And I'm gonna need to be somebody I'm gonna need to be somebody who, girl, she ain't hired. Okay. If a doctor come in and say ain't nothing wrong with Nicki, then I might believe it. But up until then, I'm gonna say something wrong with Nicki. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Okay, so I was editing the video and I ran across this. This is according to the Neighborhood Talk. Fans point out Nicki and Keyshia K'Oir in similar outfits after throwing shade about who wants to be who. So I'm going to post the pictures, of course, on the screen so you can see. And a lot of these outfits are the same or similar in some way. I'll say this. It is easier to say that Keyshia copied off of Nicki. One, because I mean, the fact of the matter is, celebrity wise, stardom wise, Keyshia is nowhere near Nicki's level, right? But we hear stories all the time of, like, for example, songwriters, fashion designers getting their designs stolen by these big companies or these bigger fashion houses. And then, the person tries to get, the person wants their credit or they try to sue. And then people may not believe the person. It may be based off of, oh, girl, you're just jealous. You're just hating on blah, 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 blah. I would need to know, because this is it a coincidence? Hello? I would need to know who wore it first. I would need to know dates. I'm not going to sit here and act like this is not kind of weird, though. But a lot of the girls sometimes, share the same looks. This could be a styling problem, as far as, like, not a styling problem, but what if, I'm just making up scenarios. What if the person who was styling Nicki was looking to the streets to see who the hottest bitch out in the game, and they probably was looking at Keyshia and said, ooh, girl, I'm gonna take this look and do it. Like, I would need to know who wore it first, basically. Did Nicki wear it first, and then Keyshia followed suit? Or was it vice versa? I'm not just gonna sit here and say that because Nicki is a bigger star, that means that Keyshia copied off of Nicki. I'm just not gonna do it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, I just wanted to come back and add that part. So this is according to usmagazine.com. Us. Oh yeah, us. I be wanting to call it US. It's Us Magazine. Usmagazine.com, Us Weekly. So this is an exclusive. So RHOA's Kelli Ferrell hires co-star Phaedra Parks to represent her in court battle with X. I said, well, girl, are you trying to lose? You might want to go ask Sheree's ex-husband. Or was it Sheree who hired her? Was it Sheree who hired Phaedra, or was it Bob? I think it was Sheree. And Bob was in the hallway dancing or something. Phaedra Parks has been hired to help her Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star Kelli Ferrell in court. You're just wasting your money, girl. Girl, you might as well go ahead and let me represent you. Cause girl, Phaedra gonna do the same thing I'm gonna do that I would do, lose. Ferrell filed an emergency petition on October the 2nd after her ex-husband, Chuvalo, how you know I would mess somebody's name up. Ferrell allegedly interfered with her kids filming RHOA. I had a pop-up, sorry. Us Weekly can exclusively report. The Bravo star said she was awarded primary physical custody of their 3 minor kids, Chance Ferrell, born in 2012, and twins Chastity and Chelsea Ferrell, born in 2015. In the final judgment entered in their divorce on September the 23rd, 2024. Kelli, 40, said she was granted the authority to make decisions related to their kids' education, certain health care, religious upbringing, and extracurricular activities. The reality star described it as having the absolute final decision-making authority over extracurricular activities. It sounded like they put that twice. Okay, I see what they did. Anyways, in her filing, Kelli said she has allowed their children to film the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He has objected, creating confusion and prompting the network to demand judicial clarification before continuing to film the children. Girl, we're gonna get into him next. You know he's suing Bravo. We're gonna get into it. Girl, this is a mess. She claimed her ex made threats of litigation against the network. Kelli said the filming has been immediately impacted. She said the show producers plan to film her daughter's homecoming dance, but were unsure how to proceed. I think that is so messed up, y'all. Because a part of me, and we don't know his side. You know, they say it's what do y'all say? It's his side, her side, and the truth. Kelli could be lying about the things that she told us about that man. I don't think she is. I just feel like it's like Mark. Remember? I just got upset. Mark and his nose ring, Kenya's ex-husband. Remember when he tried to get in the middle of Kenya in Brooklyn, allowing Brooklyn to film? As if we ain't seen Brooklyn on TV before. Girl. And he was really doing that just to really mess with Kenya's girl, Coin. Because, I think one of the big things is your family. Now, whether they film or not, your family should be able to film. Because we know, so like Gerald really don't film. But I think it's just one of those things where, girl, if the cameras come around, the family should be able to film. So I'm bringing up Mark just to say I feel like Kelli's ex-husband could be doing the same thing, just being mean and spiteful. You really don't care about those kids filming. But if you can sock it to Kelli, you know what I'm saying? Even though that could impact your kids, and 10 times out of 10, Kelli is a primary caretaker. So why would you want to do something? I could see if Kelli had those kids down to baddies. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we know it'd be a lot of carrying on going on the Real Housewives. But for the most part, the kids don't be in danger, So I just feel like, again, this is just one of those instances where I feel like Kelli's ex-husband is trying to do what Mark did to Kenya. He's using the kids as a chess piece to try to stick it to Kelli. The same way I feel like Mark tries to do with Kenya. They don't really give a damn about those kids being on that show. And you should feel horrible because, again, this could impact financially your kid's life. Because bitch, from what now I'm calling the man a bitch. Bitch, okay? From what Kelly said, your ass was in jail for not paying child support. As a mother, my children are a significant portion of my storyline. As such, I consented to their participation on The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17. She said Kelly claimed Bravo and NBC asked for the court to order that Kelly is allowed to film before they continue with the kids being a part of the show. And if you know the kids are a big part of her storyline, then you doing this is really just to again, again stick it to Kelly. I believe participating is in my children's best interest. She said the memory would be lost if the cameras were not able to shoot her daughter's dance. The court documents show Parks, 51, who is a licensed attorney, is assisting Kelly with this matter in court. On September the 2nd, Chuvalo, hell, I thought his name was Mark. Did she say his name was Mark? Held a press conference where he accused court officials and Bravo of misconduct. According to a local report, he said he planned to bring lawsuits over alleged defamation and malicious prosecution. I'm not going to read all of this, girl. Yeah, this is kind of lengthy. I'll put this article, I'll put the link to this article in the description box. Now to the next article. This is according to TMZ. RHOA's Kelli Ferrell's ex sues Bravo for defamation over abuse claims, wants $200 million. I said, bitch, girl.
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face.
I am. Girl. Kelli Ferrell was a new addition to the Real Housewives of Atlanta last season, but she's already making waves. Her ex is suing Bravo for claims made about him on the show. In court documents obtained by TMZ, here we go. Chuvalo Mark is his middle name. Ferrell claims Kelly, we're going to call him Mark, okay? Claims Kelly spread lies on the show in a fabricated storyline on the show that he abused Kelly and didn't pay back money. He says he and Kelly jointly applied for a $420,000 loan back in 2022 to build out a restaurant called Nana's Chicken and Waffles. He says Kelly spent a bunch of the loan money on her birthday and other unauthorized expenses, and then fabricated a story that Mark stole the money from her. He said he repaid the loan, but she's still pressing forward with the false claim he stole the $420,000. According to Mark, cast members talked about him on the show, saying he's a criminal and an abuser and a fraud. Mark claims the show's producers continue to broadcast the allegations despite knowing they were false. He says it has damaged his personal and professional reputation to the tune of $100 million. Girl.
Jesus. Yeah.
You mean so he wants us to believe that the allegations that were made by Kelly damaged his reputation to the tune of $100 million. But that's not all. He also wants the court to dole out an additional $100 million in punitive damages and send a message to the network, bringing the total to a whopping $200 million. Kelly and Mark reportedly married in 2011 and had 3 children together before finalizing their divorce in 2024. We reached out to Bravo. So far, no word back. All I'm going to say is this. You know, as messed up as it is, I do believe some of these lawsuits that have, found their way at Bravo's doorsteps, I believe some of these people, believe it or not. I do. Everybody just ain't lying. It's a very sticky situation though, right? Because some of these girls, you know, the Nenes, the Brandys, the Leahs, right? I feel like what happens in some of these cases is you'll have someone like Andy who likes to party with the girls, you know, go out and have cocktails and, you know, dance with the girls and have a good time like they good Judies. And then, you know, Monday morning they giving the girls pink slips and white boxes. And then, of course, for a lot of these girls, this is their bread and butter. And I think some of the girls go home and they start thinking like, this bitch got me fucked up. Okay. And I think that sometimes they say, you know what? I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell how he offered me this. I'm going to tell how he did this. You know, it doesn't take away that some of it could be the truth, but I could also see it being a little bit of retaliation based off of the fact that, girl, y'all just fired me. I always feel like Andy puts himself in those sticky situations because that's a thin line, girl. I know they don't have a regular job like us, but girl, you are still the employer. I know y'all, again, I know it's not a regular job, but you know. But anyways, so some of the things I believe the girls, when they bring these lawsuits forward, and then sometimes I just feel like the girls might be mad. But then I also feel like, too, this is just me. Girl, you got to really either have some deep pockets or just like some bomb-ass lawyers to go against the machine like NBC Universal Bravo. Because they ain't just got a lawyer. They have a whole legal department. You know what I'm saying? And girl, what is it called? Is it called mediation? Where they can just keep stuff going? Let me make sure I'm using the right term. I think it's mediation. Let me see. I was about to say litigation. Is it mediation? Is it litigation? Is it litigation? Okay. I think it's litigation. But I'm not sure. Y'all correct me. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But whatever it's called, girl, you know, sometimes these people can keep these lawsuits just going and going and going and going and going. Girl, Leah sued Bravo, what, 2-3 years ago? She's still, girl, she's still wrapped up in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, your money, like, and you know, your money, girl, I don't know what money Leah got, but your money ain't nowhere near alone like NBC Universal. So it's like, girl, eventually, at one point, if you don't just get what you're trying to get or a little bit of what you're trying to get, because I'm sure your lawyer is still billing you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say, girl, Mark, for what the streets say, you wasn't paying your child support. So I don't know how you think you gonna go up against NBC Universal and try to get $200 million. Girl, because if you can't pay your child support, you damn sure can't keep no lawyer on payroll. I said, Mark gonna have to have some bomb-ass lawyers. You're gonna have to be on some, like, the only bitch who can really go against NBC Universal Bravo is, girl, y'all already know who it is, baby. Big Cat. Kathy Hilton. That's the only one who I have seen where I felt like Cat got a legal department too. Be very clear. I've been telling y'all. Ever since that footage never popped up about Big Kathy, Bravo has shown us audio. They have played audio. They have shown clips. They will get that audio, that video footage, some way, somehow. They're going to get it. And the fact that Kathy cut up that night the way that Lisa says she cut up, and I believe Lisa, and we ain't seen nothing. If y'all think that Kathy lawyers didn't get in contact with the motherfuckers and tell them, I wish you would. I wish you would. We ain't heard a peep. You mean to tell me that Kathy was running through that house the way Lisa said, and they couldn't show us whether Lisa was telling the truth or not? You mean to tell me Kathy was cutting up in that van the way that they say that Kathy was cutting up in that van on the ride home? Was it the van on the ride home? And you mean to tell me girl, Bravo have cameras everywhere, outside of the house, the inside of the house, in the car, on the outside of the car, bitch, and y'all ain't caught nothing. Y'all ain't caught nothing. That's that big cat, baby. Now, Kathy, that's a bitch not to be fucked with. Be very clear. That's the girl not to be played with. Legal department versus legal department. Anyways, girl, we done spent too much time on Kelly and this nigga. Mark, you're gonna lose, baby. Just take your losses, baby. Yeah, you know you're not gonna win. You just trying to make that lady's life a living hell. That's what I really believe that this is all about. Mark no damn way he not getting no $200 million. Girl from no goddamn Bravo. He knows that. Okay? You would have did better just trying to get about 75,000. Okay? You probably would have walked away with 10,000. You would have walked away with something. Girl, nigga, you trying to get 200 million? 200 million. But I will say, girl, that's what you're supposed to do it, though. You're supposed to start high, girl, and work your way down. So Mark might be doing it the right way. Start at 200 million, and you might walk away with 5 million. Okay? But really and truly, girl, he wasn't even expecting 5. He was really expecting 100,000. So he might be onto something. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day, a good night. Bye, y'all.